Our match commentators in Poland tonight, the former England manager Glenn Hoddle, and of course, Martin Tyler.
Thank you, Richard. In fact, Glenn is the only England manager with a 100% record in this stadium against Poland. How do the conditions compare with your success here in 1997, Glenn?
There's a big difference actually, Martin. The stadium's been revamped, and certainly the pitch is in magnificent order tonight, whereas when we came here it was later on in the season, and it was a very, very awkward pitch to play on. But we did the business on the night, and it was a good performance and a good result.
Let's have a quick look at the teams for you. One enforced change for Poland. Rashak replacing Głowacki, who was red-carded in Belfast and is consequently suspended. But the most famous name, of course, as far as English eyes are concerned, the goalkeeper, the Liverpool goalkeeper, Jerzy Dudek. The big issue for England, their goalkeeper, of course, and after a long think, Sven-Göran Eriksson has dropped David James. Paul Robinson comes into a team which already included one Tottenham teammate, Ledley King, and now involves another in 21-year-old Jermaine Defoe. The last time 3 Spurs players started for England 17 years ago, and one of those 3, along with Chris Waddle and Steve Hodge, Glenn Hoddle. England in red tonight, but the goalkeeper in blue will be very much in focus. It is time for the national anthems.
Proszę Państwa, i hymn Polski.
Could be quite a hostile night for England here in Poland. It's a big night for them, and we'll be back for the kick-off after the break. So what of England on this evening so early in the World Cup qualifying group, of course, but it has assumed enormous significance. Criticism has reached the team, which of course hasn't been home since they played in Austria on Saturday. The England group realised that 70 good minutes is not good enough at this level. Lapses, even against lesser teams, get punished. And Poland, just the opposite, their confidence restored really. They were very fragile before their first game against Northern Ireland. But that 3-0 win has reactivated the players. It's certainly reactivated the support. The ticket sales were very much on the low side until the offices opened again on Monday morning, and suddenly the public in this mining area, the Silesian area of Poland, suddenly realised that they may have a team worth supporting. Such are the vagaries of moods in following football teams, whether international or otherwise. But England, you feel, need all the support that they can get. There's around 3,500 in the stadium. Haven't sold out the full allocation of the Football Association. And here's Paul Robinson playing his first competitive international. Only started one before, the friendly against Iceland prior to Euro 2004. A handful of second half appearances, but this is for real.
He's been thankful for the little back pass. He's been brought into the game pretty early, and when you're making a big game like this as a goalkeeper, it's always good to get a good touch, be it with his foot, but he dealt with it, okay, not too bad. He's in the game.
Wayne Bridge given another chance on the left-hand side in tandem with Ashley Cole. Tall figure of Rashak. Żurawski, who scored direct from a corner early on against Northern Ireland in Belfast on Saturday. Also scored here in Poland, not in this stadium, in the last home game for the Poles. A 5-1 loss to Denmark, and England have been trying to get into their psyche. The fact that they have some of the strengths and qualities that the Danes have, particularly power and pace. Maybe that's one reason why Defoe's been picked ahead of Smith. It's Żurawski with a throw. It's had some length to it. Lewandowski trying to drive it back. He's the holding midfield player. It's a small, manoeuvrable and quick up front for England with Owen and Defoe. Gerrard. David Beckham trying to get both Lampard and Gerrard forward. I don't know, Glenn, whether that's an issue that concerns you. There's a long throw here, and Michael Owen will be onside from the throw, and the Poles didn't seem to have read the laws of the game and left Owen in there.
We've seen him do that time and time again. It's great thinking from Gary Neville. Michael Owen's played with him now so many times at England level, and he's in behind before they know it. A good chance.
Another corner. John Terry in the thick of things. Rashak, a little bit of juggling, clever work on the edge of his own penalty area. And Terry trying to get back. It's Gary Neville who fires it across, and England will have another corner. Just in that build-up play for the first corner, Glenn, we saw Beckham play it, and both Lampard and Gerrard were ahead of him.
Yeah, I felt against Austria, they dovetailed very well. We were surprised that Gerrard got forward as much as he did, but I think they've got to make sure they don't empty that midfield.
And Dudek comes to claim, very much in amongst his own here. Ball not far away, worked down a coal mine not far away.
As you can see, look, there's fouling off the ball, and that's something that the referee's assistant has got to help the referee out with.
And that's Rashak by the near post. Cross from Kosowski. The two players brought in.
Yeah, it's a dangerous ball in. It's whipped into the near post, and it looks as if the two defenders there of England have got it covered, but he's just found a half a yard. That's half a chance there, and we've got to defend a little bit better than that on the near post from that cross.
There's a small connection between this game and the Austrians in the shape of Rashak, because he's just joined the club. Alex Manninger has joined Siena in Serie A in Italy. Manninger, of course, the Austrian goalkeeper who should have been red-carded against England on Saturday night. Rashak again. Poland do like to play on the break. John Terry pressed. Schinnebeck with the throw. He was one of the scorers against Northern Ireland, left-footed, coming from the right-hand side. Behind him, Żurawski. Schinnebeck again. Lewandowski, Mila, who has a goal that Manchester City fans will remember on his portfolio. He knocked Manchester City out of the UEFA Cup. Comfortable for Robinson.
Yeah, very much so. He'd be pleased to get his hands on the ball and settle himself down into this game. But already, Martin, the Poles look as if they've got more about them than the Austrians. They've started reasonably well.
Austria ranked 90, Poland ranked 29.
You can see the difference.
7.
Yeah, you can see the difference.
It's a Beckham free kick for England. Poland have dropped everyone back. Here's Cole. David Beckham playing despite those bruised ribs and particularly wanting to do well tonight. It's his cross. Some of those darts of dissent were aimed at the England captain as well as the England head coach.
Yeah, good run from Gary Neville actually. He's give it and he's gone, and he's making good runs in behind the Czech defence there. Unusual position for him to pick up, but it was a decent cross from David. Neville just couldn't get his foot on it.
England have another corner, and they have a header that goes over from Frank Lampard.
There's a decent chance, a very good chance. Good delivery in, swerving away. Keeper can't come, and Frank really from that distance there, if he keeps it down, it's a goal, and he'll be very disappointed with that. That's a chance.
A tussle there with Lewandowski, who puffed out his cheeks as well, knowing that Poland got a little bit of a let-off. Bridge on the left, Beckham on the right. The right-hand side for England, actually plenty of experience against Poland. Gary Neville and David Beckham playing against this country for the 5th consecutive meeting, and England have seen a lot of Poland, haven't they, in qualifying games. And Premiership players have seen a lot of Jerzy Dudek. Cole's header. It's on Shevwakov. Shevwakov again. Shinovek. He was regarded by Poland as one of their better players. He had personal tragedy to deal with before the Northern Ireland game. His father died. He came virtually from the funeral to link up with the players, but did well in the match. Forward by Poland's captain, Jacek Bąk. Here he is again. Based in France with Lens. Lampard. Tucking it to Beckham. Defoe. Those substitute appearances for England have promised much and earned him the start tonight. Rashak or Mila. Seemed to be blocked off his run there, but suddenly the ball and the player behind the two England defenders. He settled in Rashak quickly, and it's a bit surprising then because he's not played much. He had a contract dispute with his club Brooklyn and left in controversial circumstances. The Italian league hasn't started yet.
Yeah, the coach obviously thinks a lot of him, but he's been on the ball for the Poles, and he looks dangerous at this moment in time. But we just give the ball away in the middle third there. Frankie Lampard was a little bit sloppy, and if you do that, you're going to put your own defence at threat, and it's something we've got to cut out. But they're playing him with a little bit, Rashak up there on his own, and they're flooding the midfield with 5. So it'd be interesting to see how we adjust to that.
It's Żurawski wearing the golden boots as the player drops off, but he's got forward down the right-hand side ahead of Shinovek here. Shevwakov. Poland flew back home from Northern Ireland on Saturday night, very happy with their work. Shinovek looked suspiciously close to being offside then. And then the players were given a little bit of time with their families before linking up again here on Monday in what is technically Chorzów, just across the border from the neighbouring city of Katowice, where England have been staying. Played up by Głowacki. Many of the England players went to the museum at Auschwitz yesterday morning. I'm sure that put football problems into proper perspective. But there are problems, no doubt about that. England 70 good minutes, as I say, in Vienna. The loss of a 2-goal lead, the 2 points that went with it.
We just got to make sure we don't concede at this moment in time. The next 20 minutes, it's a pressurised situation, this game tonight anyway, but the last thing we want to do is concede. So if the game's a little bit scrappy for England at this moment in time, it wouldn't be a problem. You know, as long as we don't concede, the main thing is getting this result.
There is a bit of a psychological edge that England have over the Poles. They've only had that one win back here in 1973. And that in 15 previous meetings. Foul by Lewandowski.
It's interesting where Jermaine Defoe keeps picking the ball up. He's the one that's dropping off and linking the team.
Owen, a touch away. The flag was up. The officials, incidentally, all come from Italy. The referee is Stefano Farina.
It's a close call, it's very close. Excellent ball from Defoe. Wainbridge gets on it quickly, takes a quick free kick, and that's a tight call, but quick thinking from England. They look lively in the last third. You sense that they're looking sharp, and mentally they look sharp and up for it tonight.
Of the two games on this trip through Middle Europe, this was always regarded as the more difficult. And if England were going to head home with 4 points, the 3 were going to come from Austria, but 4 points still within reach. Another draw, of course, would mean less than winning one, losing one. As for a defeat, I think that would leave Sven-Göran Eriksson trying to ride out a storm of Florida-like proportions.
Again, Defoe coming off. It looks like they've spoke about it, that Michael Owen's going to be the one looking off the shoulder, and Defoe's trying to link the team and come off and receive the ball to feet at the moment, and he keeps picking up good positions.
Tidily taken down by Żurawski. Schönebeck on to Sebastian Miller, in too much of a hurry, easy for Ledley King. Must be pleased with your love of Spurs. 3 Tottenham players tonight, Glenn?
Yes, good for the club. And as you say, it's a few years ago since the last time it happened.
1987, away to Scotland. Rouse Cup.
0-0 draw, was it?
It was, yeah. Gerrard. Nicely played forward by Defoe, and taken on by Lampard. 5 goals in the past 7 internationals. Terrific record.
Yeah, it's the best bit of football we've played so far. Lovely little link-up play. Again there, Defoe just coming off the 2 defenders, and Frankie Lampard joining. Excellent play from England. Just couldn't get the strike with the power that was needed.
Lampard heads on. Beckham. Gary Neville has been saying since the Vienna match, blame the players. 2 goals in 3 minutes past David James. The second, of course, has cost James his place tonight. He is the substitute England goalkeeper. The third England goalkeeper is Robert Green, who's not played a senior match and sure is watching and learning. This time maybe will come. Well, a penny for your thoughts. I understand David James was only told of the decision today.
It just shows that Sven must have, pondered on it and pondered again and rethought, and it was a very close call, obviously.
Steve McLaren alongside the head coach, who's planning for the rest of this campaign and is not likely to write a letter of resignation, whatever happens here. Terry got a foot to it. Dudek got a bit of a grab at it, and Defoe's complaining the grab was at him as well.
That was a good corner. We took a short corner for a change, and everyone's expecting David Beckham to whip one in like he has been, and we took a short one, caught him napping. Just a pity that John Terry couldn't guide it to his goal.
Żurawski. He's a good technical player, holds the ball up well, Mila. Bridge looking for the escape route here. Cole. Now Lampard. Bridge. Cole goes on. And have a reasonable surface on which to put their passes together. No club football played in this stadium, the Śląski Stadium, the national stadium.
You can see how that down the left-hand side there, Martin. You know, Cole has gone in behind Wayne Bridge. Wayne Bridge has tried to find him, and it didn't come off, which happens in the game. And suddenly Bridge, you can just fall, you know, step back in there and cover for Ashley Cole, and that's the beauty of having them two there. Certainly in Austria, they, you know, Ashley got forward very much so in the first 20 minutes. It's something that we haven't had that opportunity to do that over the last few games.
Cole plays it and goes again. Bridge keeps it away from Shevwerkov, but it's a poor ball. Here's the long-haired Kosowski. Stephen Gerrard, incidentally, a little upset about the way some of his comments have been reported back in England, suggesting that he didn't feel the team was good enough at the moment. What he had been saying, and would like me to put straight really, is that we've reached 2 quarter-finals and no further. That's fact. He does feel that the team can get better. I was disappointed about not playing the full 90 minutes in Vienna, no doubt about that. He was correctly quoted on that. Long ball from Bonk. Šinović plays in the Bundesliga in Germany for Bayer Leverkusen, who started their season well. So too the club that Ashley Cole represents. Beckham might get it again, but doesn't. Kosowski. It's quite a windy evening, it's an open stadium.
Yeah, I think the wind particularly coming right into Paul Robinson's face as well. He had to deal with a back pass there, and you know, it's a difficult wind. He's got to drive through the ball if he's going to get any length.
Well, the studs belong to Beckham. The player who was caught was Jonsa. David Beckham, of course, did lose his composure for a few minutes on Saturday. Problem, Glenn, that you know all about from World Cup '98, but one hoped that David Beckham had really put behind him.
Yes, it came to the front a little bit at a time when, you know, you needed the captaincy to steady the ship.
Defoe with 3 goals in his 4 games for Tottenham this season. One of them, of course, past Dudek on the opening day. Liverpool drew at White Hart Lane. Well, I just wonder whether there'll be some tension about England's work tonight. They know the volume of the criticism at home. It hasn't been that way.
No, they don't look tense. They look focused, and they know what, you know, they know what the job in hand is. They've got to go out there and keep nice and calm, play their football, make sure they create in the last third, and that's what they keep doing. Look, we've called them out again with the throwing.
Głowacki. Neville can try again from much further up the pitch.
The problem we've got with Owen and Defoe up front is we haven't really got any big player to go and hit with the long throw, unless you send a centre half up, and I don't think we'll be doing that at this stage of the game.
Gerrard. Lampard. Neville. Gerrard again. Some keep ball from England. 20 minutes gone here in Chorzów. Bridge. Cole. It's Defoe! Well, it was beautifully set up for him. Just reached for the shot in the end.
Yeah, it was a nice bit of football, wasn't it? You know, again, Cole and Bridge linking, lovely little ball from Wayne Bridge. Ashley just knocks it in there, and Defoe, that it just comes across him. He's stretching a little bit for it, but we're opening them up, and if we remain patient and we keep creating these sort of chances, I'm sure we'll take one. But that's Defoe-like. Normally we would hit the target from there, but he'll have plenty of belief about himself. He started the game very well.
Just once or twice, Sven-Göran Eriksson, who's been accused of being a cautious manager and backing the same players time and time again, he has gone for some big decisions. Of course, he ended the international career of David Seaman on the subject of goalkeepers, and he plucked Wayne Rooney from the bench to start a vital qualifier against Turkey. King.
It's a good run from Wayne Bridge, though. He's one of the things he didn't do too much against Austria was to try and get to the byline off the ball, but he's done it on a couple of occasions already. All right, Ledley King's ball wasn't quite delivered correctly, but it was good to see him try and turn their defence round, and that's something he can do once he gets to that byline with his left peg. He's got a hell of a good cross on him.
Well, it's been some very warm weather here in daylight hours since England arrived, but your preconception of what the weather's like in Poland a bit more accurate when it gets dark, and you saw some of the England substitutes putting on their tracksuit bottoms and some thicker tops. It is getting a bit chilly. And Gary Neville on this windy evening, judging that header neatly back to Paul Robinson, a Tottenham Hotspur, relegated of course with Leeds United. The outstretched arm.
Yeah, just a little bit of contact there, nothing malicious about it, but good refereeing. It was a foul, and we got on with the game.
Just past the halfway mark in the first half, England have had the best chance for Defoe. Lampard. Cole and Bridge getting a bit too close to each other, but they're still flashing a bit of interplay, and then arriving late on the scene from the opposite flank, having viewed the proceedings and gambled that the cross was coming in, was David Beckham.
Yeah, good joining play from David Beckham. You know, when the left side of midfield player's crossing, you're looking for the right side of midfield player to get round the back or to get into the box. He's made a nice little run, just couldn't get it on target. But you feel that we've just had we've had a look at them. They've started well, but now you feel that we're just starting to take control of the game, and if we keep creating these chances, I'm sure one's going to hit the back of the net, as long as we keep it tight at the back at the moment.
Mila. This is where lack of height is a problem for England, but when making use of himself, and so too Defoe, referee Farina is the second challenge. Shevakov. Shevak. Turned Gary Neville round there, the depth of the pass. Krosowski. King's header out. Shevak. Blocked. In the end by John Terry. He's needed here for a header. Doesn't fail England. Rashak. Driving on, there are two players down, one from each side. Rashak went for goal, and Żurawski, as you saw in the centre, was saying, why didn't you pull it back?
Yeah, good pressure from Poland now. They've got him behind us, they've put a terrific cross in, and Ledley King with a decent enough header, but he's got to get it really a little bit further wide. But clearance off the line from John Terry. He did that against Austria on Saturday, and he's done it again tonight. But a little bit of pressure at the end of the day. They didn't take the chance that they created, but a little bit of a concern that they got in behind us again, Martin, so easily.
And a couple of good crosses from Kosowski. He's the Polish player in need of attention. A stretcher was brought on for him, but he's on his feet. Gary Neville still down. In these circumstances, Neville's seniority, you feel, is very important.
Yeah, I mean, really, as you say, he's got in behind us too easy, but he should be looking for a pullback. He's done the good thing for England, has tried to beat Paul Robinson at the near post with no power, and it was an easy save for him, but if he pulls it back, I think would have been in trouble.
England fans, a sign of, how shall I say, the greater democracy, maybe a different regime in Poland these days. Poland, of course, now a member of the European Union, but the ticket price in this country is more than twice the price in Austria. They know the value of €1 or two. £23 it works out at for the England fans to be in the stadium tonight. Terry committed himself in Polish territory. Gary Neville back in business. Miller was caught by Terry in that incident a few moments ago. He's a bit slow to get back to full working order. He's on the move again now. Rashak trying to cushion it down for Kosowski. Miller, the third man in the move. And now there's a bit of room in England's midfield for Gerrard. Trying to get Owen away. Owen pulled back. Jonsa. Puts a yellow card for the England striker.
Interesting to see whether he gave it for bringing the lad down or for kicking the ball after the whistle had gone. But Poland, that's the second time Poland have left a massive hole in midfield a couple of times now, and we're capitalised on that. You know, Steven Gerrard had a massive bit of room to go and open his legs, kill the space off, and Michael's made a great run. It's just unfortunate he's made the foul.
Yes, he lashed into the shot as well, and it could easily be then that the yellow card was for what was perceived as kicking the ball away. Beckham, of course, got a yellow card in Vienna. If he gets another one tonight, he'll miss the next international for England, which is the home match against Wales in October. Absolutely right what Andy Gray said in the studio. I'm sure that Paul Robinson has a massive opportunity here, not just in this game, but to stake the claim to be a successor to David James.
He certainly has, yeah. I mean, you know, I don't think that the door's going to be totally shut on David James, but Paul Robinson actually can kick the door wide open with his performance tonight if they get a good result and he has a very good, a steady performance.
Zhevrakov forward for Rashak, who's chased everything. Given his opportunity by that moment of aberration by Głowacki, who shortly after scoring the second Polish goal in Belfast swung an arm at the Irish defender Mark Williams. Was red carded for it. Bridge getting plenty of the ball, he's on it again here. Lampard. Meanwhile, Gary Neville has still got problems. Bridge crosses. Cole. Header. Bridge. England still going on. There's concern about Gary Neville at the back. Cleared by Lewandowski. England didn't put it out, so they can't really expect Poland to do the same. And Neville's completely out of it here. Unfortunately, Gerrard got the ball back, and still England haven't realised the problems that one of their team is experiencing. And finally,
they just couldn't get a message to the player in possession, and I think Gary Lewin over there is going ballistic, trying to get the, well, I think it's the referee now, but it was one of the players just to kick the ball out.
Well, 5 years ago tonight, when England last played in Poland in Warsaw, Gary Neville went off after only 12 minutes. It lasted 31 minutes this time, and it's Jamie Carragher who replaces him. Obviously, was damage caused in that challenge with Kosowski.
Jamie Carragher's got to get in this game mentally and physically very quickly, because Kosowski has been dangerous down that left-hand side for Poland, and it's something where you know, a defender comes on, he's got to switch in very quick and get the pace of the game.
Well, he is a defender, isn't he? Absolutely by instinct. Cole. Moved by Jacek Bonk. Szynovek. Rashek. Not to lose a player in the first half through injury, it limits, of course, the options that England might need later in the evening.
Especially when it's the second game in four days. You always want to keep those substitutes up your sleeve if you can.
Lampard, almost for Owen. Angle passes in behind Poland, England are looking for. This is Żurawski. Kosowski coming in this infield. Put in a couple of good crosses, now he's wider again, and crossing again. Not so effectively that time. Originally played for Kaiserslautern, they are bottom of the Bundesliga at the moment. He's only played one of the games, and that is a substitute. He's been destined for this challenge. Paul Robinson, Cavaglianis, you could say, maybe also as the Polish team coach. He played enough games, 53 for Poland, including World Cup semi-final in 1982. 53 caps, the same as England recognised the man alongside me.
It's a good number, that.
It's obviously leads to management as well. Here's Żurawski, who is dropping off the one out-and-out striker, Rashak. Głowacki is one of a pair of twins, thankfully from the commentator's point of view. His brother not involved in this Polish squad, they are identical. This is Michal, based in Belgium with Anderlecht. Russia. Mila. I think it's another barometer of what you said earlier, Glenn, that Austria didn't have many players based outside their own country. Poland do have.
Yeah, they've got
the bigger European footballing nations.
Far more experience, and looking at them, they're more talented on the ball. But at the moment, England can be happy with the way they've started.
Smacked away by Robinson. The ball bounced up from Gerrard's back pass. Jansa, Kosowski. Steepling cross. Really got a bit of a sixth sense going, Messrs Cole and Bridge.
It was good defending from Ashley Cole on the back post. Great header down to Bridge, and now sets England away.
Lampard. There's the push by Bonk on Owen.
sometimes awkward, you know, for big centre-halves. They're big guys, the two Polish centre-halves, and when they're playing up against two smaller men, it's hard to get above them and really feel comfortable and feel them. Awkward trying to climb over a smaller player and take the ball without the foul.
Well, Dudek will know all about Beckham's ability on free kicks. It's not deep enough to trouble the Poland and Liverpool goalkeeper. Back by Liverpool's Jamie Carragher. Beckham. Defoe! That's a magnificent goal! How about that to announce yourself on the international stage?
Fantastic turn, absolutely superb turn. He's missed half a chance, or more than half a chance, just before earlier in the game, and this is what a striker's all about. The next opportunity is put it straight in the back of the net. It was a wonderful, wonderful bit of skill. The ball comes out to David Beckham. He keeps a cool head and he plays a lovely little ball in there. Watch this turn, fantastic turn. Defender tries to read him, and he just spins on it and tucks it in the bottom left ankle. Watch this, he tries to read it, the defender, and within a flash he's turned and it's in the back of the net. What a wonderful moment for Defoe.
Well, congratulations to the player and to the man who's picked him. Sven-Göran Eriksson nailed up the team sheet with bringing Defoe's colours to the England mast in place of Alan Smith, who didn't perhaps show off his skills perhaps to his best advantage in Vienna. Defoe not fazed by missing a good opportunity. That single-minded approach that he has shown in his fledgling career, really, but he's already made an impact in the Premiership. A goal every other game he's registering for Spurs since his move from West Ham. Might not be too fashionable amongst the Tottenham fans at White Hart Lane, but also a pat on the back for David Pleat, who was the manager who got Defoe to Spurs when he was perhaps wilting at West Ham after their relegation.
Terrific goal. It's a goal that comes out of nothing, really. He's got his back to play. You see that many, many times. He's just got a whack there. It's a nasty whack. Hope he isn't. He's up and running again. He's fine.
Well, Richard Bonk might feel that the horse has bolted, though. He's trying to close the stable door then. England lead here in Chorzów by a delightful goal, a Defoe goal. King. Well, the Tottenham striker's done his bit, now it's the Tottenham goalkeeper to shut it out at the other end.
Yeah, that would be nice, and then obviously that would be a nice evening for Sven as well, because the two decisions he's had to make, one's come up trump so far, and Paul Robinson in goal has started nice and steady. With everything he's had to do, he's done it efficiently and professionally. But again, it's a super little pass in from David. Great first touch, little spin on him, and he's just tucked it away beautifully on the outside of his foot. But the defender Bonk has not stayed goal side, and then in that scenario there, in the penalty area, you must stay goal side. But it's a fantastic bit of skill and a great finish.
To be fair to Bonk, it was actually Głowacki, I think, that he lost on the turn, but it was he'd have lost plenty of defenders, Glenn, wouldn't he?
Yeah, I think Owen and Defoe tonight are
plenty more to come.
Going to cause them problems, the two big fellas, because they're a little bit slow on the turn, as they prove there.
Aston Villa against Chelsea, looking ahead to the weekend. That's a pay-per-view, Premiership Plus, channel 433. And on Sky Sports 2, starting at 5, Sky Sports 2 at 5, Portsmouth against Crystal Palace. Live again. Well, England leading is not necessarily the guarantee of a good result. But they to improve the position further here with Gerrard to Bridge. Beckham trying to guide it down. It was Gerrard who collected it. Now Rasha. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 streaming forward in the white polo shirts here. Mila. Swap the wide midfield players. Poland. The cross actually came to the right back. Żurawski. Głowacki ahead of him now on the right-hand side. Deja vu for Dudek from the opening day of the Premiership season, beaten by Defoe. Gestures at both ends of the England shape. And the two players, Tottenham 2, brought in by Sven-Göran Eriksson tonight. Here's Śląski. Mila! Mishit it. Back by Kosowski. Mila again. It's Ledley King who blocked it. Suddenly England looking a little vulnerable. Kosowski. Żurawski. Mila's still in there. And again. To tee up Lewandowski. Every Polish player in the attacking six trying to be in the right place to have a shot and get Poland level.
It's not comfortable at the moment. You know, they've had a good phase of play there, the Poles, and they've had chances to have been, put themselves 1-1 again. They keep getting down our left side, and Jamie Carragher, as I said, has got to get himself defensively really switched in here into this game. Śląski, great cross, half a chance there from Mila. He screws it wide, and the danger still isn't there. And England have got to switch in and defend properly. We're 1-0 up. We find ourselves in the lead again, but we've got to defend when we're on the attack.
Bridge, Defoe, Ashley Cole swapped it wide of Dudek, but just wide of the post. There were no rains on Ashley Cole. We're talking about 2 away internationals in quick succession, and he's bombed on in both of them.
Yeah, he's got himself forward time and time again on Saturday and again tonight. That's what he's been told to do. And I think coming from the fullback area, he gets more space than being the one who's further up the pitch. And it's working out very well for England down this left side. We've had some good build-up play down the left-hand side.
Carragher, Lampard, now Beckham. Confusion there. King. Now Bridge. Kicked out again by Cole. Wayne Bridge did start at Southampton as a wide player. Was converted into a left back by David Jones. This is Żurawski. Cool touch by Terry. Rarely panics. Cole still upfield. Owen. Wayne Bridge again. It's a rascal of a tackle by Rushak. Nothing afoot, but Lampard went on. It seemed to me that the referee had given the free kick. What England would have had to say if the ball had bulged the back of Dudek's net.
No, he made an instant decision there, the referee, so he was always going to bring it back. Look, there he is, pointing to the spot where the foul was made, and fortunately Frank didn't put it in the top corner.
Maybe Beckham will. It's on the long side for his repertoire. Dudek's just off his line at the moment. Half-time approaching. Moving into added time. Trying to get runners across the line of the Beckham shot. Brought forward by Mila for Poland here. 2 added minutes. And I want to see it out. A bit late by Miller on Terry, who came out and didn't deal with it. Now Śląski, the tall Rushak. goes Lewandowski. The original shot by Żurawski had been blocked. Anxious moments here by England, for England.
That's 3 times now that we've semi-cleared the ball out of the penalty area, and the Polish players have come on and they're in great positions, Martin, but they haven't struck the ball with any clearness. It's been a half hit.
Well, Robinson spilt it, but when your luck's in, you go again and get it. Came back off Ashley Cole's head, so there was no question of the back pass law that hurt Austria so much. Whether that was correctly applied or not, I think it's still a matter of debate, but England took full advantage of it. Kosowski couldn't have got a call, Żurawski, because there was no one there to call.
We've got to get to the whistle here, Martin. It's important that we get to half-time.
Mila. So seen plenty of the ball, the blonde number 2, the centre of Poland's midfield. Kosowski is wanted across that midfield line. Rashak was long of the leg and just stretched there, but Robinson was able to protect his first half shutout, which will please the defensive end of the team at the sharp end. How sharp was that for Jermaine Defoe, starting for England for the first time, scoring for England for the first time. But England don't go in at half-time with a 1-0 lead for the first time. They had it on Saturday and didn't win the game, so there's much work to be done. England had to make a regrouping with Gary Neville going off injured, Jamie Carragher on. But half-time in Chorzów, and it is Poland 0, England 1. Thanks, Richard. Well, here we are all again. England 1-0 up, similar shape to the first half in Austria. Perhaps not played quite as conclusively as they did for periods of that game, Glenn. But how are they going to cope? What do you think? What points could be made now during half-time that maybe learnt from Saturday?
I think one thing we've got to learn from Saturday is the 2 central midfield players. I think, is Gerrard going to be designated to sit, and then Frank Lampard's the only one that's going to hit the box from midfield? Something like that. They're the sort of things that you have to sort out if we're going to make sure that we come away with a good result.
Well, the second half underway. Tremendous Jermaine Defoe goal, giving England the first goal of the evening. But I would be willing to bet it won't be the last goal of his international career. There's a bit of a siege mentality in the England dressing room, and past experience tells you that when that happens, the response is usually a very positive one. You think of all the ballyhoo that went on before the match in Turkey last year, and there was talk of the players not turning up for the fixture. They knew the pressure was on, they went out and did the job. It's the best way to answer the critics. But taking on Poland is what England have got to concentrate on for the next 45 minutes, with Beckham. Played the ball into Defoe and shoots towards Dudek here. Had the ball in on Defoe's goal I was referring to.
Yeah, didn't quite catch it properly. Just cut across it, tried to get one swerving and dipping, but just didn't catch it. But it's forced the goalie for a simple save, but you know, it's a good start for England now. We seem to be dominating the possession in midfield and winning balls back easier than we did in the first 20 minutes of the game.
Here's Owen. That is Gerrard, who did get round the back. Certainly hasn't. He's got injured in the process. That's a little worry for England. Obviously hasn't been designated that holding position. It's Frank Lampard, the deeper of the two. Gerrard getting back, but not getting back onside. He thought he had. But part of the reason for the hesitation was just pulled up a little short.
Yeah, he's found himself in a decent position there. It's a great little cross, great ball, early ball from Michael Owen, and he pops up on the back post. And difficult one for Dudek, but he deals with it. But you know, if he is going to go forward and get into the box, and they're going to dovetail, as I said earlier, then Frankie Lampard has to sit and has to play off him.
This is Kosowski on Żurawski. England have lost the lead again.
straight through the heart of our defence as well, Martin. You know, you don't expect a team to go through as easy as that, right in the middle of your defence. And I don't know where the two centre-halves were at the time. And it's a crushing blow at this stage of the game, so early in the second half. It really is, but you've got to say, he's took it well. It's a great finish. But again, they go through the heart of us. John Terry just gets sucked out a little bit. And there's no way that Jamie Carragher can get across if he goes out that quickly, but it's a hell of a finish. Look at that, right in the top corner. And Żurawski is a great finisher if you give him chances. He's opened his body up, and you couldn't get that better in the top corner. Smashing goal, but one now that's going to force us to really play even better than we have been.
Well, the shot was way beyond the reach of Paul Robinson, of that there was no doubt. But he was left totally exposed. England find themselves in an all-too familiar position, having been in front and having been pegged back. It's a sucker punch at the start of the second half. But Beckham lets it run. Lampard, Dudek's committed. It was Mila who stuck out such an important foot for Poland. Here's another Polish break. Szynovek, but was inches away from being 2-1 in England's favour.
That was unfortunate, wasn't it? As we got ourselves in a great position, and sometimes, you know, from the Polish perspective, they would have, conceded just after they scored. It was a fantastic chance for us, but Frank just couldn't pick a red shirt out.
Żurawski again to link up with Rajak. This is Jean, the left back. Klosowski took it well. Back for Mila, who prides himself on his long-range shooting.
Yeah, it's a nicely laid ball back there, but he was never getting over the top of it. You know, he needed a Stevie Gerrard, a little bit of curl and a little bit of dipping shot to come down. But England now have got to really be solid here. They've got a little 5 minutes to get through. But the crowd are up now, and this is game on. We've really got to make sure we don't concede the second. This is the great chance from Frankie Lampard. He tries to do the right thing, he tries to pull it back, and Mila intercepts, and a timely interception for the Poles.
Carragher, Lampard. Carragher again. Beckham. Another turn from Jermaine Defoe, and he goes down on the edge of the area with England appealing. Referee from Italy having nothing to do with those English appeals. Terry. Tell you what, it's not dull watching England these days. They always look like scoring. And, unfortunately, from Sven-Göran Eriksson's perspective, from time to time they do look like conceding. Shivana. Żurawski scoring for the third international in a row. Consolation goal against Denmark, a 5-1 defeat. A goal direct from a corner, a freak in Belfast on Saturday, but a superb finish here of the calibre of Defoe's that gave England the lead.
Yeah, it was a super finish, but we've now got to steady the ship, make sure that we're nice and calm. We keep creating, Martin, and whilst we keep creating, you've always got a chance, but we've got to tighten up at the other end.
The David Beckham corner. King going towards the near post, headed out by Rajak. Bridge. Cole confident that he could nick it away from Klosowski. Beckham still on the left, having taken the corner. Referee turned his back. To say, no way I'm giving you a free kick for that. Might get one for that though. But England have still got the ball. And Bridge turned it to an advantage, but other players had rather switched off in the centre.
That's the only downside of having the two small strikers, really. We're getting good crosses in, but you don't feel as if anyone's going to get in that back post at all and score from a header.
Beckham. And it's deflected, and it's got Dudek scrambling away by his right-hand post. And England have got another corner that Beckham wants to go across and take.
Yeah, he's gone for the short distance. It's come off the fella's back, and I think Dudek had it covered, but it's one of those situations where you can easily find that going in the back of the net. But we're putting some good pressure on them now.
Beckham. Mashak is there, front post again. Let's get a quick word with our touchline man, Jeff Shrews. Jeff.
Martin, I'm afraid to have to tell you there looks like trouble on the terraces. We've seen Polish and English fans exchanging missiles over the top of the police. There is now a police cordon which has moved into the England fan section and is trying to drive them back away from the Polish fans. It's a very tense atmosphere up there.
Beckham, keep an eye on that. The game is demanding full attention from our perspective at the moment, because England are pressing and are promising. Defoe. Bridge again. Some better defending by Bonk. This is Żurawski. Lewandowski, Mila. Kosowski calling for it on that far touchline. Goes to him via Sawakov. Kosowski's cross, and all Carrick can do is get a head on it and steer it behind.
Defensive header from Jamie Carragher. I mean, they had two over on us there. I don't know where David Beckham had got, because Jamie Carragher had to defend with two on the back post coming in behind him, but he got himself in a good position. It was a good, sensible header.
Poland's corner for Pavel Yanis's team. The player that England have problems with was Jacek Bonk.
He spun round the back. He's good movement from him. He's just spun up round the back, got away from Ledley King, and good defending from John Terry.
Two good efforts for a player who's only scored 2 international goals. This is his 55th cap for Poland tonight. He came on at Wembley when Poland were there in 1993. He's been around a long time. Lewandowski, cut out by Carragher. Spin suiting Beckham momentarily, then Johnson put his bearings. Blocked by Beckham. Cut out by Głowacki. Terry. Kozowski. Well, 10 minutes into the second half, England led at half-time, but only a couple of minutes into the second period before Żurawski darted through the middle to equalise. Defoe. Głowacki went with Owen. A Poland free kick.
I don't know what he's seen there. He's given a foul, but I'm not sure that was a foul on the big centre half there. But we need to get the ball into Michael Owen and into Jermaine Defoe's feet in the last third. I think at the moment we're slinging a few crosses in, and it's difficult at this moment in time to see where they're going to get a header in. But there's the finish that has put Poland back into this game, well and truly back into this game, and fantastic finish. But sort of thing that Sven, the last thing he was looking for it to happen was for it to concede, and that happens. He's now got to react to that and make sure that we stay in this game, because it's a delicate time.
Terry, who made a decision that he probably now regrets in the Polish build-up to that equaliser. It's a long John Terry ball, almost reaching Owen. Głowacki denied him. Defoe in that deeper position, which we've seen in plenty of times in this game. He turns Miller. It's Lampard. Again, no shyness in attacking from England away from home. Gerrard. And Owen going in at the near post. And England have got themselves a second goal here. Well, it is amazing, the nature of this current England team. They look vulnerable when they lead, they look full of attacking potential when they're pegged back.
It's a goal out of nothing, isn't it? Look, a nice little slide ball there across this. It should be dealt with. It should be dealt with. And how it's got in the back of the net, I'm not quite sure whether it's an own goal or has it come off Michael's foot. We didn't know too much about it as it went in, but it's a sloppy goal to give away from the Polish perspective.
Well, now it is Poland 1, England 2. Michael Owen certainly in the thick of things. It could be 3, and but for a fine save by Dudek, it would have been, as England came yet again with Wayne Bridge.
Oh, sloppy play again, and Bridges found himself as the last man. He's kept it nice and low, good position to hit it, but it's a good save from Dudek.
Beckham with the corner. Here's Żurawski. Well, some of the joy around this stadium has obviously evaporated. Beckham. It's Michael Owen. And it's England once more, and no one knows more about Owen really than Dudek as far as opposing international goalkeepers are concerned. They spent so much time together at Liverpool.
Yeah, it's not particularly good first touch then, a little bit of luck of getting possession, but Michael, one thing on his mind, get that shot in. He's so unlucky, it's just drifted wide of the post. But they look vulnerable at the moment, Poland, and they look at England at this moment in time. If we can't hang on to the lead, then probably the best thing we can do is go 3-1 ahead.
Certainly the presence of Michael Owen is responsible for it being 2-1. Whether it's a goal he can actually claim. The defender Głowacki was certainly stretching for it. Seemed to make contact. He's getting a yellow card here.
It's a poor time tackle. Jamie Carragher's gone past him with some pace, and he's just took him out, and deservedly been booked there.
So, an hour gone. England have the lead again. King. Now Lampard. Carragher. Cole. Again, elusive work from Jermaine Defoe. Bonku just a stretch to stop him really getting within range. Głowacki. Good midfield responsibility from Lampard.
Yeah, it was good tracking back, excellent tracking back. He saw the danger, and that's what we need to do. That's the type of thing that we didn't perhaps do in the last 20 minutes against Austria, and we've definitely got to do it here tonight if we're going to see this game out. But good tracking from Frankie Lampard.
Well, Głowacki was certainly the defender involved by the near post. Ashley Cole crossed.
Looks like an own goal, Martin. Looks like from Michael's reaction. It was a semi-delayed reaction, and it's an own goal, and it's a little bit of good fortune that's come our way.
Miller goes off to be replaced by Kukielka. Blonde for another in the Polish midfield. Kukielka from the league leaders, Wisła Kraków, the Polish league. King. A very tall opponent in Rashak. Żurawski. Johnson. Kukielka.
That was better defending from England. As a team, they've dropped off there. They've got two banks of four, and the two strikers have got in contact with the two central midfield players, and the Poles found it very difficult to get through us and get round the back of us. And I think we've got to have a bit of that about us if we're going to see this game out.
Lewandowski. Now Johnson. Forward by Gerrard, who can't collect this time, which is fortunate for Poland. Żurawski, Żurawski, Rashak rather, and it in the end lacked the quality that Żurawski has provided with his shooting from the other striker. It's Żurawski's goal, but not enough for Poland at the moment. The ball flew in off defenders who were trying to curb the danger at the near post with Owen lurking.
Yeah, I mean, Michael put good pressure on them, but you know, at this level you don't expect to concede goals like that. And if that's the difference between the two teams, it's going to be a big mistake.
Głowacki's header. Rashak. Whether England do break through yet again, and I must say Poland looking more and more vulnerable to the pace that England have and the variety to England's attacking play. The criticism, of course, Glenn, is going forward like this, do they leave gaps that do cost World Cup points?
Well, I think, you know, this is where I think if we get two banks of four now, we can hit this team on the break. We really can, and it's tailor-made for us to be nice and patient and in defending, with Owen and Defoe up front, really looking sharp, really looking to pressurise people, good in possession themselves. We can hit them on the break and get the third, and that's how we're going to get the points tonight, possibly, because we still do look a little bit vulnerable when we're stretched as a team.
Zawakov with the throw. It's a back from Kukielka. On the short side, and it was a clearance really. And Bonk nearly turned out to be a through pass for Rashak. There is incidentally going to be a bid by Poland in tandem with Ukraine to stage the European Championship finals in 2012. And this would be a centrepiece of that bid, this Śląski Stadion. Now Terry. Żurawski will keep it in. Kosowski. Bonk. Lewandowski. Rashak. Put this together well, Poland. Shinawek. Square of shoulder for Robinson, although Rashak is tall. There's no way Robinson was going to lose out to upper body strength in that challenge there. The ball bounced. Bonk. Lewandowski. Gerrard's header. It really is a testing period of play for England, particularly in the context of what happened on Saturday. Owen's onside. Applauds the pass.
It was a great ball from Wayne Bridge, opened his body up, and Michael's give him a good bit of movement, but it was a delicate ball that was needed, and on the angle and a little bit lower. I think Michael would have found himself in for another goal for England, but we just need to steady this now. Just keep possession of the ball once we get it. We're just throwing it away again there with David Beckham, but we'll keep possession. I think we can see this game out now.
You do sense then that the players are tempted because they see themselves making chances, as they did in Vienna. Attacking play is probing and penetrating.
We don't have to force it at this moment in time. I think that will develop and unfold with the two that we've got up front at the moment. But we've got to make sure that I think the signal from the side there is let's keep it tight, the four in midfield. I think Steve McLaren's just gone out there and said that to the four in midfield. Let's tuck in when the ball's on the other side. We tuck in and make it nice and tight, make ourselves difficult to get through.
Goes off, and this is Andre Nijelan, who would have been in the team, I think, both for the Poland game in Belfast and tonight if fully fit. He's a striker who's scored 5 goals in 11 internationals, plays in Holland with NEC of Nijmegen. And he's slotted in their striker, with Żurawski continuing in support. Bridge, Beckham, Carragher, Gerrard. With control from England, but all the eagerness of Defoe that time. At least he's pressed the rather hapless Głowacki into playing the ball out. Gary Neville, of course, to throw it long. In the first half, Jamie Carragher his substitute. Beckham, Owen working the wide position. And the ball in the right part of the pitch from the English perspective.
Oh, definitely, yeah. We can't concede when the ball's down there. And
this is Carragher. First time from Beckham this time. Collected by Gerrard. A few oohs and disappointment from the Polish fans around our commentary position. Gerrard still going on. Well, it was the last 20 minutes in Vienna that most of the critics concentrated on. We're into the last 20 minutes here in Chorzów in Poland.
Yeah, we've got to see what the players have learned from their experience on Saturday.
Żurawski, very neat play from him. Kosowski, there's a little bit of room for expression here for Poland on their left-hand side. Shinabek. Johnson, but they haven't got the understanding that Cole and Bridge have in that part of their team, Poland. Handed away by Carragher. Gerrard. He's furthest forward, Michael Owen, at the moment. There's plenty of support coming from deep, but England rather give it away when they had numbers, and it's that kind of lack of concentration, sloppiness, I suppose is the word, that does lead to punishment at this level of the game.
That's what crept in on Saturday against Austria, just before they got the second goal, so we've got to make sure that doesn't happen time and time again, because we'll pay the price if it does.
I think sloppy is a word that the England players would accept as a genuine criticism, but shambolic, as was said in some quarters.
I think that's sure. I think that's just taken a bit too strong there. It was sloppy play, but we're going to make sure that we've learned from that now and see how the players react in this circumstance again.
And particularly in a free kick, which Żurawski spots up here. It's not the tallest England team that you've ever seen, but I don't know. The Polish team needed to come from the land of giants to deal with that.
Yeah, it's a poor free kick, isn't it? And they've let us off the hook there because it was in a decent position.
So what international man marking can be about sometimes. Well, Gary Neville has been pretty much the spokesman for the players. Confined to the sideline. Manchester United, of course, Champions League action in a week's time in Lyon. I hope he's ready for that. So will Sir Alex Ferguson. But unlike with England at the moment, Manchester United have got another Neville up their sleeve to fill in.
Yeah, I think looking at Gary there, he'll be struggling certainly for the next couple of games for United, and he's got his brother to step into his shoes, I think it looks like.
Lewandowski. Johnson. Schinnebeck, very much left-sided. Żurawski out of harm's way as far as shooting is concerned here. Schinnebeck turns well. Kukielka, sort of time with Steven Gerrard around. I think they were grouped up better defensively then.
Very much so, Martin, yeah, and you know, they're finding it hard to break us down when we do get that distance between each other. When it's 15 yards and we're pressing together, we can be a hard team to get through, and that's what we're doing at the moment, and that's exactly what's needed.
Beckham. Żurawski was strong in the challenge with the England captain, it was fair enough. Johnson. Kukielka. Spell with the ball for Poland, but with no progress, and the fans aren't happy here. Music to English ears, though. Johnson. Bonk. Make him knock it long, and he can't find Kosowski, but it is Poland's throw. And if you want another look at Defoe, and I'm sure plenty of you do, Tottenham against Norwich, Sky Sports 1. Sunday at 3. Well, some agitated Polish expressions. But again, is good news for England. Pressure on Frank Lampard in possession in his own half is not. Schinnebeck. Midtjylland had turned his back. Lampard gets his pass away this time, as does Bridge just. Cole. He's forced a big Polish error from his work earlier in the half. Led to England regaining the lead.
Again, the balance on that left-hand side, even though Cole has got himself in the very last third of the pitch, you've still got Wayne Bridge there who's going to sit there and be secure for the team. Perhaps if it was somebody else in the past who was more attack-minded, at times, you know, you could get caught, but we don't look as if we're going to be caught out down that English left side anyway.
Schinnebeck. Taking Beckham with him, and Carragher. Going down a blindish-looking alley. Głowacki. Bonk. There's no time when they play it like that, because the likes of Defoe and Bridge here on Poland, it's a good pressing, attacking from the front, if you like. Of quick throw, again ambition for England. Certainly not a case of just digging in to use up time. Bonk and Bridge.
It was terrific pressing from England. You know, Defoe went in, Bridge went and joined him, and consequently we've got the ball in the last third, and that's where we need to keep it if we can for long spells, so we can see this game out.
The referees had a quick word with both the combatants there. Started because Bridge just caught Bonk and he reacted. Lewandowski here with a difficult ball to deal with. I must say he's done pretty well to control it and hoist it away. Gerrard, now King. And Cole. Carragher. Kielka. Challenging on Owen. He's first to get across and work hard as England need to do, not just individually, but collectively. That's the bottom line of the last 20 minutes in Vienna. The teamwork, and that's where the head coach has to, you would understand, has to deal with the criticism. If the team play isn't there, and it suggests that on the training ground it's not quite right. Looking better here, though. Yeah,
it looks a lot tighter. It looks as if we're trying to keep possession in a nice, composed manner, hitting them on the break, but we're looking tighter as a team, and not getting sloppy. And that's gonna see us out, I think. You know, things like that. That's what you can't allow to do. Sloppiness. There's a simple pass on, and Wayne's just got to pop it off and be happy with that. But now we're on the back foot.
And Steven Gerrard is laid out. This is Terry. The flag was up for offside. The work of Steven Gerrard. Happened earlier.
It's very close, isn't it? A very tight call. I'm not sure there's too much daylight there. I think, you know, as the referee's assistant will always give that in free-flowing play, but that was a nasty little challenge there. He's caught Steven Gerrard, hasn't he, across the face there.
Yes, it was Głowacki, the right back. Kosowski's gone off. Replaced by Damian Żurawski, another of the Wisła Krakow players. That to me is a straight red card.
That's a nasty challenge, and you know, Steve's took it. He's had to take it, come off for his treatment. But if the referee sees it, he's got to go off.
There's a difference between feeling out with an elbow and swinging it.
It was preordained. He knew what he was doing.
Well, that's twice, and whatever you think of England over these two World Cup games, two opponents should have gone. Alex Manninger, not for violent conduct, of course, for handball outside the area, the Austrian goalkeeper, and Głowacki here for a calculated swing of an elbow into the face of Steven Gerrard. Bridge. This is Lampard, and now Beckham. Defoe again offering such a threat in the middle.
Yeah, David swings the ball in there. We've only got one striker in there at times, but at this moment in time, we don't really want to see the two central midfield players bombing in there and leaving spaces behind them.
Another goal here could wrap up the night for England. Beckham. Oh, Żurawski. Need to land another of the substitutes. Poland have played their full hand in that respect. Żurawski. Szynovek. Taking England on, the left-sider. And he bounced back on him, a bit unlucky.
It's terrific defending from Jamie Carragher. He turned his back a couple of times and you think, well, try and keep your eye on the ball, but he stayed with him, determined, and got his tackle in at the end there, and got a bit of good fortune at the same time. Look, he's turned his back, he just turns it again, but he managed to get round just at the vital time to make his tackle, which is an important one for us, and gets his bit of luck with the ricochet, and it's a goal kick for us.
And a few more moments have passed. Poland finding it hard to muster the sort of rally that a team playing at home, for whom a draw would be a very good result, having won their away game on Saturday, should be perhaps mounting.
Yeah, the Austrians put us right on the back foot, didn't they, at this stage of the proceedings on Saturday, and you don't feel at the moment that Poland are going to do that.
Well, maybe is the general psyche of a nation who have lost many times to England and only beaten tonight's opponents once, and a long, long time ago, before most of these players were born. And you expect the England movement across towards the near post, and Dudek able to make a catch, and more importantly for Poland, they're wanting now to orchestrate an attack. They've been short of attacks, having gone 2-1 down. Shinawek. Ledley King was on his way back, having been upfield for the Beckham free kick. It's one or two signs of David Beckham just feeling those ribs. Głowacki with the header, and Beckham heading easily. It's not something that you can do if you're really feeling pain in that part that has been a problem for him over the past couple of days.
Yeah, his movements will look good and free tonight. I don't think it's given him too much of a problem.
He might just be having a dig in the ribs of some of his critics if it stays this way. England have only won twice ever in this stadium. First was a friendly just a few days before the start of the 1966 World Cup finals. Roger Hunt hammered in a fantastic goal here in Chorzów. England won 1-0.
It's a determined tackle, isn't it, from John Terry? You know, he took the ball, took the man, everything with him, and good defending.
The other victory, of course, was Glenn Hoddle's England in 1997. Alan Shearer reckoned that was his best ever England performance. He did miss a penalty here, but scored a goal. Teddy Sheringham got the other. Gerrard. Here's Cole and Bridge, two names that we mention often in quick succession because they pass the ball to each other in quick succession. Beckham! Oh, he hit it very well. A little too well, maybe. It flew straight at Dudek. Well, there's a bit of a hangdog expression collectively around Poland. I hope I'm not counting England's chickens here.
This is the take from Dudek earlier, and this is a shot from David Beckham. It's rolling lovely for him to strike. Half decent strike. You see Michael Owen going in there just for any bits and pieces off Dudek. Maybe he's seen that in training before at Liverpool, I don't know. It didn't come out this time, he held it.
Jermaine Defoe having made his impact on the evening, goes off with just 3 minutes to go to be replaced by another of the fleet-footed England players, Kieran Dyer.
Yeah, it's a good tactical ploy. You know, Jermaine's had a fantastic night, and just to put five in that midfield and let Dyer break from there, keep us tight.
In the end, Kukielka, who hoisted the goal, as he thought a little flick off an England player. There were plenty of England players putting up a red wall there. And the scramble just before the shot.
There's a determination there to defend it. Look at John Terry again, Ledley King, the two centre-halves. We're finishing the game so much stronger than we did on Saturday in a defensive manner, and this is good to see. They've learnt their lessons.
Headed by Głowacki. Nijalan, who's hardly had a touch coming on, then out and out forward. Shevrakov, hear about video evidence with matches of this magnitude, and I wouldn't be surprised if the FIFA authorities wanted to take issue with that elbow on Gerrard at a later date. The referee and his assistants didn't see it here. Certainly the cameras did. Jonsa. Lewandowski. 90 seconds plus added time. And setting themselves up for another substitution as well. And it is David Beckham who's going off. Had plenty of the ball. He was the player who played it into Defoe, of course, who did plenty after that to open the scoring. It was a moment that affected the game. David Beckham has plenty of admirers amongst the England fans still. Owen Hargreaves, not required in Vienna, not even on the bench. He's got on the pitch now. Plenty of roles that Hargreaves can play.
It's always good to have a player like Owen Hargreaves in your squad at international level. Can play a few positions and come on from the bench at the vital times and just plug holes and play different roles.
England might be worth a third goal with the level of their performance, but didn't quite get it there. Now Hargreaves, now Dyer. It's possibly time for a bit of keep ball. Dyer. Lampard. And Dudek. Oh, he did spill it too, and the point that you make, this time Michael Owen couldn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, as the shot comes in here, good play from Dyer, good strike from Frankie Lampard. And watch Michael's reaction is like any bits and pieces to get his goal.
Schinnebeck, 4 minutes to be added. Ball striking Ashley Cole from Żurawski, and something must have been said there by Kukielka. It was out in a flash.
It's off the reaction. I think it's hit Ashley's arm as he took the shot, the striker, but there's no way it's intentional. He can't do anything about that. He's hit his hand, and I think the crowd's reaction, the players' reaction, but the referee was having none of it.
England need to be strong in stoppage time here in Chorzów tonight. Jonsa. Save when it was needed by Paul Robinson, who's had plenty of good protection this evening. It was a straightforward one.
Yeah, ball to the back post, and good challenge there from Ashley Cole. He knows he can't win it, but he's actually put the guy off so that he doesn't get a free header, and made it an easy save for Paul Robinson.
Hargreaves taking on for Dyer. Not far away from finding Hargreaves or Owen. And still attacking in stoppage time. It's not a holding operation. It is the nature of the group of players that Sven-Göran Eriksson has got, that there are so many players who can get goals to influence games. It's just shoring things up at the other end that even tonight remains a question mark. They lost that lead so quickly at the start of the second half, and here they are being pressed deep in injury time. Moment's aberration here could be so costly. Kukielka. And Bonk has been set upfield. The other captains left the pitch. And David Beckham is grimacing and holding that. I think that was a picture we got earlier. I don't think he was actually frozen solid there, David Beckham, although it's cold here in Poland tonight.
He's obviously got a whack on the rib and around that area, because his movements look good all through the game, I must say. But if you have got a little bit of a bruised rib, you only need a little ginger touch on it, and it's a very painful thing.
Oh, brandished. That's not so cynical as the one on Gerrard, trying to hold off John Terry.
Bit of frustration, I think. Bit of frustration
frustration
from their part, and it's nice to see.
Well, there were many saying 4 points from the two games. It's being closed in on, just not the expected way. If there was going to be a draw, this seemed the more difficult fixture.
No, 4 points out of the possible 6 is a good return when we're so early in the campaign. We've got a lot of football to play, be it at home as well.
Dyer's onside. Gerrard went in with the header. England still attacking very late in proceedings here. One hopes that from their point of view there's not a gap that Poland can exploit so late. Strong play by Ledley King. And there is the final whistle, and England have hit back, not just against Poland, but against the colossal amount of criticism that has come their way since Saturday. Sven-Göran Eriksson has asked to be judged on World Cup qualification, and that's back on track with 4 points from 2 away games. None of the